In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 trends that are shaping the future of work. Every single workplace will experience this particular shift. Now, in order for you to understand how the future of work is, you study the past. When you understand history, how work started and how work is progressing, then you'll be able to predict how the future will be. Now, in order to predict the future, of course, we have to create it. But looking at the trends that are happening, the great resignation, you'll get to understand that something is happening to work. And this is what I want you to know so that every single employer of labor will understand that game is up. You get me? You need to get to the point where you begin to understand these trends and key into these trends. If not, your business will actually be in the museum. People will talk about it, but it will never exist again. That is why it is proper for every single business, every employer to consider these particular trends and ensure that you key into these trends so that your business can thrive even when there are challenges. So, we get into the video, let me share my screen so that you understand what those trends are. Okay, the future of work is here. The future of work is not in the future, the future of work is with us here. Now, what is the number one trend? The number one trend is collaboration, not compete. Now, in the workplace of the future, employees are going to be collaborating. People with the same mindset but different capabilities are going to be coming together to create game-changing value for the employer. So collaboration is one of the key trend. Now, if you're looking at building an organization where you want your people to compete among themselves, then what you're doing is this. You are actually shrinking your future. The kick in your business has, rather than increase or competition, decrease it. So you need collaboration so that all your team can actually come together and build this. Because together, people will do great things. And people want to do great things. So the trend is this: every single workplace that people work in, they want to work in collaboration with others, not in competition. They want to collaborate with people with different capabilities, but the same mindset and aiming at achieving the same goal and vision. The second trend. The second trend is value creation. Now, value is going to be created all over the workplace. You get me? We've developed a set of teachings and coaching programs that help employees to create value at every single level of the organization. You have the front end, the back end, value creation methods, and so on. So it is important that every single organization begin to empower their people to create value, because value creation is the in thing in the future. And it is a key to sustaining the wealth that have been created. It is also the key to um, making sure that there are jobs. That is, the future continually become bigger and bigger. Of course, people that maintain value may not be employed, and people that take value may not be employed. But value givers are going to fill the workplace. And this is a good thing. When you have more value givers in an organization, that organization is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That is the second trend. The third trend is that work that gives meaning and fulfillment. People want to work in a place where they have fun. You get me? They want to work in a place where they understand that that particular company is helping them fulfill their purpose. So the third trend will be this: every single employee will not really bother about the money, but you'll be looking at Will this particular place help me to fulfill my purpose? Will I find fulfillment from here? Will I live significantly in this particular company? So those are the questions that will be at the back of the mind of people, because the generation that work for money is gone. This particular generation that are getting into the workplace is a generation that desires significance. They want to find meaning in their work. And at the end of the day, they want to find fulfillment, because if they are fulfilled, they will go home happy. What is the fourth trend? Culture of care and trust. Now, employees want a place where they feel they can trust leadership, and leadership also trusts them. And leaders also care for them. The leaders will not throw them under the bus. Rather, the leaders will nurture them and respect them, and also honor their dignity. Because the issue of violating dignity has been one of the issues in the workplace. Nobody cares about the employee, but the in the future we're talking about, employees need a place where they feel cared for. They need a place where they know that what they are doing actually matter, that their boss doesn't see them as a function, their boss see them as humans and treats them as humans. You get me? So the culture of trust, they'll be looking out for culture, and culture will become a major differentiator in the future. Culture will also become a strategic advantage. So your culture should be a culture of care, where people can actually grow, people can find freedom, people can have responsible freedom, where they can try different methods, have time that they can use on whatever it is they are passionate about, and create value. Now, that is a kind of culture people will be looking at, where they are treated as family. They need a place they are treated as family. So you need to begin to work on your culture. And this is what we do. We help companies develop a culture of care. We call it a truly human culture. So if you can develop this particular culture, you'll find out that you attract the right set of people. And the good thing about care and trust is this: if they trust you that you got their back, they will give your company all they can. They will unleash their potential and their ingenuity. And when they do that, your company will experience a different level of value creation. Every single activity within your company will be this set of people trying to ensure that your business prospers. Trend number 5: leadership, not management. Now, all we've seen in most businesses is the fact that they believe that you have to manage people. But the truth is this: you can't manage people. You can't. You can manage resources. Humans are not resources, humans are assets, because humans are the ones that empower resources with the ability to create wealth. How can you manage? Can you manage creativity? Can you manage human potential? Can you manage human ingenuity? No, you can't. So you can manage the human. You get me? But one thing you can do with the human is you can inspire the human. You can inspire the human to become all that he can be. You can inspire the human to do all that she can do. You can inspire humans to produce all the value they can produce. So we're going to see a gradual moving away, shifting away of management, and more of leadership coming in, and people will begin to be developed into leaders. So most organizations of the future will become leadership development organizations. So they will become a company of leaders. Anyone that joins, the thing they do is this: they lift the person from wherever the person is, and the person becomes a leader. Now, in such kind of workplace, nobody wants a follower. All they want are leaders, because leaders get things done. That is the fifth trait. It is a company of leaders. So we'll be looking at this particular trend, and Every leader becomes a truly human leader. And that is very important for the future because when they go back into the society, they carry that particular leadership trait. You get me? Because the people are actually the product. So the product, you develop them into leaders, you send them home, they become leaders at home, they become leaders in their community. And when they become leaders in their community, now that is your CSR. You get me? That is what you give back to society. You're giving back to society leaders. And wherever leaders are, a lot of things happen, problems are solved, and society moves forward. So let your company become a company of leaders. Begin to develop everyone in your company into leaders. Phase out management. Manage things, but not people. Okay? Trend number 6. Trend number 6 is this: people need hope for a better future. And the only thing that will give them hope for a better future is actually a robust business model. That is what will give them hope. So you need to develop a truly human business model. We'll be running a master class on the truly human business model that people can actually use so that they can develop the business model. Now, here's the thing: if you don't have a truly human business model that gives hope to people, you will end up hurting the same people that you want to help, you want to care for. Now, they need to understand that 10 years from now, I'll still I have a future with you. Nothing will happen to that particular future. So you need to make sure that your business model is actually diverse and your business model treats your employee right and your employee creates value and they also treat the customer right. But it starts from treating your employee right. If you want to understand how to bring the truly human business model into your company, then you need to contact us so that you get to know how to do this. The seventh trend. The seventh trend is this: people will seek to be compensated on the value they create, not on the salary they earn. You get me? They don't want to be paid for time. They want to turn their time into income. So it's just like this. They are not coming in to work 9 to 5. They can take all the time they want and create value for you. And they expect you to pay them for that particular value. You pay them either a profit or you pay them a commission. You get me? In the future, you may not have people coming to work 9 to 5 every single day. They will just take the challenge either in your office or in the marketplace, turn it into value, and then leverage your system. And your system takes it into the market and they get a percentage of whatsoever comes to it. So this will require the workplace to have a lot of freedom. And you need to get to understand that people want to create value and people want to be responsible for their economic security. So they want to be compensated for the value that they create. They want a stake in every single value that they create. So you, as a business owner, you need to understand this, that if people are going to do this, then I need to make sure that I create such kind of business model that will allow people to keep creating value. Now, let's look at examples of such is YouTube and Facebook. On YouTube, people are the ones that are creating the value. And YouTube, Google is actually paying them for the value that they create. So it is important that that particular business model begin to be used in businesses. We're going to talk about this as stake in a stake in the outcome or a stake in the value business model so that every single one will actually understand because that is the future. If you miss this, then you're going to miss the next move that's happening in the business world that will create tons and tons or billions and billions of dollars for every single person. You see, we've never seen what is coming up, but this particular trend will show you what is going to happen in the world in the next few years. So good. Uh, Now, what I want you to understand is this. If you can follow this, then you're going to experience transformation in your business. And you can subscribe to what we're doing so that you can continually receive these videos that are valuable to you so that you can know how to move your company from the past into the future and succeed and thrive in it. That is our goal for you.